Okay, welcome back to another Fody Thoughts recording. This is game week 6. I'm Joey.
KC.
Pretty eventful weekend. Stuff to get into, some EFL Cup games today as we record on Tuesday. But overall, I was going to ask you how you feel about your performance today.
No.
That's it. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. No, we'll go ahead and start talking about the Premier League games. Again, we're trying to just focus on previewing games, a little bit of review as we go through each game, highlight our takeaways, but just trying to focus on the game week ahead. And with that, we're starting with the Brentford United game, the 6:30 kickoff. I'll take a lead on this one. Last week I said don't sleep with my Brentford Bees, and they got schlacked by Fulham. And so now they play this United team. They play this United team who have I saw a tweet today that they had the toughest opening 5 fixtures to start the Premier League season. Now, I didn't go through and see who they play, but I'm like, okay. Next tweet or next part of the tweet said they have like the most touches inside opponent's box and like most shots.
You're talking about United here?
United, yeah, they had the most. How am I going to say this? The first 5 fixtures were the toughest opening fixtures of any Premier League team.
Yeah.
Away to Brentford, early kickoff could still be weird. Brentford's one of those teams that are just specifically like good at home, kind of similar to how Brighton are. But this could be United game. This could be the Mbeumo. Oh, you know what it is? It just clicked. Mbeumo revenge game.
Yep.
There it is. I was 1 week early on Mbeumo.
No, this is actually a really fun game, and I only think it's a fun game. One, because we're seeing kind of the not weird, but we're seeing an uptick with United as we expected, right? They spent a lot of money. They got some great players. It's still been pretty freaking rocky, I'll tell you that much. But the thing is that Brentford, everyone was like, oh, nope, Brentford's not in anymore. They're not going to be very exciting to watch. They're not going to be very good, blah, blah, blah. Well, here they are they're still Brentford. Bye-bye Mbeumo, bye-bye Norgard, bye-bye like Flecken, all of these great players, and they're still Brentfording. And so Brentfording. And so Damsgaard is back and scored. They've got their Sade's kind of breaking out a little bit.
Altara had a great start, but he kind of slowed down.
He did slow down a little bit. He's still very dangerous. He's one of those boom bust kind of guys where if you give him space to get in behind, which United will, because they're going to try to lock down, they're going to get numbers forward and get all those touches in the box. They'll leave him open on the break. But Thiago is looking like he's pretty darn solid. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a really fun game. It just clicked with me with the Mbeumo revenge game as well. It's a fun one.
So United had Arsenal, they had City, they had Chelsea, and of course they had Grimsby. So that was one of their first few opening slates, and then they did get the points
and squeaked Burnley, barely squeaked that one.
But they got the result out Chelsea with the freaky red card for each team, downpour, soggy pitch, just like everything was going wrong. But 3 points at 3 points, so they can definitely build off that. Who knows? If United gets this Brentford win, let's see. They get the Brentford win, that's 2 Premier League wins in a row. Then they have Sunderland. Oh, no, they've got Liverpool away. That guy can finally cut his hair. But no, Liverpool away is gonna end that. Okay, next we've got Chelsea-Brighton, another spicy revenge game. Chelsea are probably going to start Caicedo, probably going to start Cucurella, definitely going to start. You just really blow your nose.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting a little sick.
Jesus, just mute next time. Anyways, they're starting Caicedo. They're probably starting Cucurella, definitely starting João Pedro. Just the Brighton to Chelsea pipeline is crazy. So Chelsea play midweek. They play today. They won, but a fully rotated squad. Brighton also played today. 6-0 win. Shout out Diego Gomez. Shout out MLS. Shout out 4
goals.
I think he had 4. But shout out the MLS to Premier League pipeline. Brighton, I didn't because they impressed, even though Tottenham came back and drew. But I was just saying about them and Brentford, different teams at home against top six teams. This is, I'm just going to say, a comfortable win for Chelsea. I don't know if you feel the same way, even
No,
with or without Palmer.
I don't think it's a comfortable win. I don't know. I don't think this is easy for Chelsea at all. I mean, Brighton has not gone a game without scoring in, I mean, at least the last five. It could be more than that. They had included Tottenham in there, included City in there. Like, and then of course they played Oxford and whoever they played today, Barnsley. But Bournemouth they scored away. I mean, they're cracking in goals. Like, there's it's they're not. I don't see them beating Chelsea like they did City with the 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Brighton scores at least one goal, and if Chelsea has trouble scoring, which I don't think they will, um, I could see a 2-2 here, like a sneaky backdoor 2-2 from Brighton, something like that.
I would be with that if they were the home team. I just think that's the key difference is them being on the road.
Well, remember
Now,
last year and 2 years ago when I was just hammering Brighton away, both teams to score in over two and a
yeah,
half because
I do remember
I mean,
that.
it literally had like an 80% win rate over the course of an entire season. It was crazy. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just think Brighton allows for open games, especially against top teams.
Trying to think if, yeah, I'll stay there. I think Palmer
I think
will.
Chelsea
So,
wins. I think
yeah,
Chelsea wins.
but I'm just thinking like if I'm confident in this, will Palmer play? You know, does because that they were dangerous even when they were down a man against United. People would be like, okay, it's United, but then they subbed out like their front three attackers within the first 20 minutes of the game. So like, what really
Yeah,
could you get from that Chelsea
that
game?
was so
I just
annoying.
think that. Let's see. I mean,
I'm
I just
scratching
yeah,
that game.
I'm
You
back.
can't read
Yeah, I'm
anything
backing
into
them
it.
at home, I'll leave it at that. But
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, just looking at the slate compared to last week, this is just infinitely better.
Yeah,
Just the
it really
Brentford
is.
United game, the Chelsea Brighton pipeline game. Palace is Liverpool's bogey team, who we'll get to next. Leeds Bournemouth could be fun, but then you got City at home. But a lot of good games compared to
Yeah,
last week.
yeah, agreed.
Hopefully, we can pick a correct goal scorer this week.
Yeah, probably not.
With Palace, pretty sure Lerma's supposed to be back. Or not Lerma, Ismaili Sarr. I don't even know where Lerma is. I don't even know how I got there. Jefferson Lerma. But Adam Wharton should be back. This should be the full strength Palace team against a Liverpool team that today saw Isak play 45 minutes and then saw Ekitike play, but he got a red card, so he will not be available for
Did
this
you see
Palace
that?
game.
Did you see a clip or anything? I don't know what happened there.
I saw him score, then a minute later get a yellow card. So I wonder if he like took his jersey off or
Well,
something.
I
And
what I saw was from my notifications, Liverpool 1-0 Hugo Ekitike, and then I saw Liverpool red card, and then I saw another Hugo Ekitike goal notification, and then I saw Hugo red card, all in the span of like 30 seconds. I'm like, what the
oh, it must have
hell
been
just
glitched
happened?
because Isak scored the first one and then got subbed out at halftime for Ekitike,
Right.
and then he scored later.
Yeah. I just want to know how he got the red card.
I imagine it was some sort of celebration thing, but if it
Yeah.
wasn't, maybe it was something stupid. But I already mentioned Palace is their bogey team. They are. I mean, Liverpool have. So what is it? They're 5-0. I think they've won
Wait,
three of the games.
these are the
What?
only two teams remaining that have not lost a Premier League game yet.
I was gonna say
That's
they're
crazy.
they're 5-0, but Liverpool have won three of their five wins in like stoppage time or
Yeah.
like the 85th minute, 90th minute or later. So I believe in Palace. FPL, like connected FPL wise, their players get crazy defensive contributions. They're defensively sound, even outside of the fantasy world. You just
I
gotta
like Chris
believe. Like
Richards, man. He's so good.
I don't think Liverpool are gonna go 38-0, but I don't think. Ooh, do I like a draw? I think
Yeah.
I at my pick'em, I chose Liverpool and pick'em. I mean, they have Isak coming in for Ekitike. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
They're gonna be just fine. They fully rotated both center backs in play. I think Andrew Robertson, like they're going.
Yeah, they'll
I'm
be fine.
overthinking. I think this one's gonna be fun, but it's
Yeah.
still gonna be an enjoyable watch because it should. This is the classic, like, 0-0 at halftime kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, absolutely. And then
Super
if
frustrated
Palace can
Liverpool
get
team.
lucky, if Palace can get lucky with, just absolute rock wall of defense and then getting lucky on the break with one, I mean, they can win this for sure, but I see like a 1-1, maybe a 2-1 if somehow the script gods give Liverpool another freaking win in the 90 plus minutes.
Just one penalty. It's all it takes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's going to happen too? Everyone's selling Salah this week for Holland, for
Yeah.
this Holland. So you just know that Salah is going to. He's had horrible metrics. He hasn't had any results. He's just going to, like he did in the Champions League, goal and assist.
Yeah.
No, but I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it. I like the Liverpool win there against Palace, even though we expect it to be a very, very tough game. And another fun one: Leeds Bournemouth. Did you watch any of the Leeds highlights against Wolves?
I did not. I haven't seen any of that game.
So they won 3-1,
Mm-hmm.
and so just how Palace and Liverpool are they haven't had a defeat yet. Wolves are 0-5. They have not won a game. They haven't even gotten a point yet. And so for Leeds to go in there and beat them on paper is like, oh wow, relegation team beating an established Premier League team. Wolves are so bad this year.
Yeah,
so
great. Well, beat us today 2-0.
Well, it's EFL Cup,
I
different
know, but
lineups,
still, it's just frustrating.
different vibes. You can't go off it because y'all rotated too. But anyways, Leeds Bournemouth. This is just Ellen Road written all over it. I like Leeds here to kind of just punch Bournemouth in the mouth. Maybe not get the win, but they're going to make things very difficult against a Bournemouth team who just finished 0-0 against Newcastle the week before. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this could. I mean, I'm just impressed with Leeds. Whenever I look at their lineups for whatever games they have, like Anton Stach or Stack, I don't know how you
He had a
pronounce
sick
it.
free kick.
Well, I mean, obviously if you're looking at the data, I mean, dude's an absolute boss. And I will say I was betting on his shot props in Hoffenheim last year, so I do know who he is.
As one does.
I have watched Hoffenheim games, and I mean, this guy's electric at center mid. He's one of those engine types, but he's also 6'4". He's still pretty young, only 26 years old. He's ripping shots this year for Leeds. He's getting in good spaces. I mean, yeah, what a great pickup. And the Nico Okafor, very, very good player. I think he's had some. I mean, obviously Milan and Napoli were all interested in him. He was insane at Salzburg. But I think it's a sneaky good pickup because he just couldn't get on the field sort of thing with these big clubs. And I still think he's a great player. DCL, I wish the best for him. I hope he starts going off. You know what I mean? That could be a great pickup for them. It could be, Bamford in his latter days, on steroids, just missing big chance after big chance. But who knows? Willie G, is he injured or is he Willie Gnotto?
I don't even know who runs on their wings. I'm not even sure.
He didn't play. He wasn't in the squad versus Wolves, but he could be back for this game as well. He's electric. Anyways, I think what Leeds have done with their squad is very good, and I would agree with you. I think a solid grind out win against a pretty solid Bournemouth team is in the cards here.
I'm not ruling that out. I was more like I feel very confident in them getting at least a point. I think that's more realistic.
Sure.
Bournemouth, they came to Tottenham and beat us 1-0, and then they kind of showed their teeth against Liverpool at the start of the season. And we all know Semenyo and how electric he is, but what they're currently struggling with is that they're running sort of like a 4-1-4-1 with Tavernier and not Adam Scott.
Yep, Adam Scott. He's been starting a lot.
No, that's not the actor.
No, his name is Alex Scott.
Alex Scott, yeah, Alex Scott. It's been him and
Tyler Adams.
Tavernier like as like the 2 and the 4-1-4. But then like Kluivert's back healthy now, so they're struggling with figuring out who's going to be that sort of creative 10.
Yeah.
And then Evanilson's getting like no in service, so he's not getting any service for like. So there's still a struggle in their attack, and going away to Ellen Road is, I don't think, a place where you can kind of put it together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree.
Last 9 a.m. game, City Burnley. I mean, I don't know if we spend a lot of time on this. Kind of a self-explanatory. It's a Kyle Walker revenge game. It's a James Trafford on the bench revenge game against Burnley.
On the bench.
um, One thing of note is that uh, I think City, obviously they're still in the EFL Cup. This doesn't count for tomorrow, but they've started the same three lineups, like Premier League, Champions League, Premier League. Like I'm not counting the EFL Cup game, and that includes Holland, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Reindeer, and Doku.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the opposite of what Pep does, where he kind of makes these small tweaks. Should expect that same lineup, barring an injury, but we might. I don't want to say breakout because he's clearly a breakout player, but the resurgence of Phil Foden here pretty soon,
Yep.
where it's like a return every game, play 80 minutes plus, the whole 9 yards.
And those four you just mentioned, obviously you got Holland all the way up there, but those four that you just mentioned, they're getting a lot of starts because City is very injured in those key areas. Kovacic, Aït-Nouri's, whatever, Marmoush, Cherki, like he's starting the best players that are available right now. And with Rodri back, I mean, everyone knows how massive Rodri is for City. Those four, I mean, they're going to print returns with Rodri back. He's that good of a player that makes other players in front of him that much better. I mean, Reindeer, Doku, Foden, Silva, even for fantasy purposes, printing returns, in my humble opinion.
Not that they're not capable of winning 5-0, but this will be their first test of like a team that's going to sit back, a relegation team, first game at home. Not that it's a slip up, but like the classic, I'm going to bet every player's shot props or, goals, and then it's like a 2-0 or, it gets a little bit later in the game and they haven't gotten the big lead yet. So they're fully capable of breaking them down. But like, I'm interested to see how Reindeer plays. Should we start saying his real name? I don't know.
Regenders, we can.
Fine. Whatever. He has been electric against Wolves on counterattack goals. His counterattack assist to City. I would love to see how he'll operate kind of in between spaces around the 18 box for Burnley.
Yeah, I think we'll see similarities to Gundogan when Gundogan was playing, at home to Burnley or at home to, whatever, Ipswich Town or something like that. Where Gundogan, I mean, he was in the box waiting for stuff, but it's such a packed box that you never know. So, yeah, I'm curious to see that too.
He's well-rounded. Obviously, they bought him for a lot of money from AC Milan, but this will be the first version of the test that I would love to see him excel in. But we'll move on from that. I think we both are same boat. City win. The 11:30 kick. A lot of I don't remember from last year if it's a lot just because it's early season, but the 11:30 kick and then there's a 2:00 kick as well.
They didn't do that. That's pretty new. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the 11:30 kick is Forest against Sunderland. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I chose Forest win on this one just because like Ange will still attack teams, and I just they've been fun. They've been getting results like Sunderland has, but I think like one of these relegation teams has to like come to a halt here pretty soon, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
Because you can't it's hard to judge Forest. It's only been a couple of games, and not that I've watched one, but their game against Burnley was super weird. They scored like off a fluke, like a weird deflection off a corner, and then didn't score again. Yeah, I just think they had the attacking players. Douglas Luiz is on set pieces. Like these guys are integrating. I think it will click for them soon, especially in home games like this.
I agree. And usually in games like this where it's just so gross and you have no idea, I usually just go with the home team. When both teams are bad, at least, right? Because what makes a really good Premier League team, and your teams like Brentford and Brighton and Fulham have done this so well, is they know how to go away to other stadiums and get results. Mm-hmm. That's what makes you. That's we will stay up in the Premier League. We are a mid-table team, solidified, and that takes. I mean, that takes a lot to consistently be able to go get 3 points and even 1 point away from home in the Premier League. Sunderland and these guys that are at the bottom of the barrel, like scraping, that's what they lack. They don't know how to go away to any other team and like get that comfortable win. You know what I mean? So usually in this situation where I have zero clue, I would go with Forest here. Yeah.
And I'm looking now. They have the loss against Burnley away early in the season, and then they had the 0-0 draw with Palace. But I'm pretty sure in that game, the Sunderland goalie had like he had 6 saves, and then Palace almost had 2 xg. So, barring another insane performance from the Sunderland goalie, you got to expect Forest will get some goals here and just keep the pressure on them the whole game. So I'm pretty sure I chose Forest. I'm going with them. The final Saturday game, 2:00, like we just mentioned, is the Tottenham Wolves game.
Like a fly out there, huh?
Classic Tottenham. Here we come. No, because not that I expected Bournemouth to be in the same as Wolves, where we thought, hey, Tottenham at home against Bournemouth should have won that game. Tottenham against Wolves, they're 0-5. They've conceded 12 goals. Dominic Solanke's back. Xavi's starting at the 10, or at least playing at the 10 now. I will be disappointed if we don't win by a 2-goal margin. I don't even care about the clean sheet. It has to be a 2-goal margin for me to be comfortable with this one. What about you?
I honestly, I don't really know on this one. I can't predict Wolves at all. I mean, they're a mess, but I guess they can score sometimes. I think Tottenham's going to dominate the ball. I think it's going to be pretty comfortable, but I could see somewhat of a meltdown.
This classic.
Dude. I could see somewhat of a meltdown. Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. I was like, is that just because we're Tottenham, or is it because like Ange with no defense? Like Frank has only slipped up tactically against Bournemouth, and then he actually did an interview with Michael Carrick that was on like the Sky Sports YouTube, and he spent like a minute and a half talking about, God, I spent hours just beating myself up about the tactic decision I made and this and that. So like, but then he also went on to say like, I sulked around, and then, okay, how am I going to learn from this? But it shows that like, hey, I'm aware that I messed up on this. This is what I'm going to do to go forward. So like, it's Tottenham, like a game we're supposed to win. Doesn't happen a lot. Sure, we'll concede, but I think a 2-goal margin for me, I think, is an expectation going into it when I watch
probably what the spread is too. It's probably a 1.5 spread. So yeah, I mean, I see like a 2-0 or 3-0 Tottenham here. I mean, Wolves they can't grind out wins like this, right? They're not good enough to do that. We were just talking about it. So, yep.
I'll probably predict Kudus outright, obviously. I'll be happy, as much as I've been shit talking Richarlison, I'll be happy with either striker up top. Probably Odebear out left, because Xavi's been playing the left wing, and even in interviews with Frank, he said that like we kind of expect him to play left wing, where he's played the last 2 seasons at Leipzig. But obviously, I would love him at the 10. But Lucas Bergvall's been good, so. But I'll predict that front three: Xavi at the 10, and then Polina, of course, starting, and then probably Bentancur or Sarr starting alongside.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the Saturday slate. We'll move on to the gross Sunday 8 a.m. Aston Villa against Fulham. I'll take the bait. I'm just gonna go with Fulham here. Just Aston Villa are so boring.
They can't get it together, dude.
The goal they scored last week was similar goal to Vicario led up, where just Matty Cash ripped it from distance and it went off the goalie's hands. Like it like hit his fingertips and went in the net. And you're like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm
with you. And Fulham are good at these. That's why they are an established Premier League team, is they can go to fixtures like this and feel confidence like, yeah, we can win this. Like, we can win this for sure. So they're in great form too. I'm with you. I like the upset call there. And then you got major fires going on inside the locker room at Aston Villa, because what are we doing, folks? You know what I mean? So Yeah, I'm with you. I like the upset call there. Is it even an upset? Is Vegas calling that an upset at this point?
I don't know, but like that's the classic like when it becomes chalky that the flip happens. But I mean, so many 1-1, 0-0s. Just
I will say, I do want to say something. As long as everyone stays healthy, okay, this is interesting. As long as everyone stays healthy and Aston Villa grab an early goal at home versus Fulham, I think floodgates open. I think
okay.
they win that game 3-0. They go on either a win streak or an unbeaten streak for a while. They look so much better. So I do think that once they click, they will click hard, but I I can't see it being a fixture like this. This is tough. They were wishing they would have, like Leeds at home or something like that, where they know the game would be a lot more
Mhm.
open than Fulham, who know how to play in these type of games. So I would be prepared for like either a 3-0, 4-0 type of Aston Villa, or like 1 or 2-0 Fulham, that kind of deal.
I will give some grace to Villa. They have been injured. Kamara finally got back into their lineup, and that may sound like a boring name, but him and Tielemans are their two midfielders, and Tielemans is out injured too. So they really haven't had the chance to gel with a fully healthy lineup, and now they've got Europa League starting this midweek. So this may be a look ahead game, which makes me love Fulham even more. They want to
Yeah.
make sure that because I'm pretty sure they have a home game against Bologna. Yeah, so that's on Thursday. So they definitely need to. Oh no, they play that tomorrow. They play
Yeah.
that on Thursday.
Hmm.
Okay, so they get the Europa League game on Thursday. Then they have the Villa Fulham game on Sunday. Then they have Europa again. Yeah, this is. I'll write it up. This is Fulham. This is
Yep.
just. This is just Fulham.
Villa are
Fulham.
plus 130 favorites, Fulham money line plus 240 right now. So I like it. I like the upset.
Wow. Okay. Because I mean they're giving everything for that first home game in Europa. They have to get off to a win in
Yeah.
that league specifically.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The second game and final game on Sunday is the Newcastle Arsenal game.
Fun.
3-0 Arsenal, 2-0 Arsenal. I mean,
Who knows? I get frustrated the way I always get excited. I'm just like, ooh, Arsenal versus City or whatever, and then I watch the game, and Arsenal just makes it the rattiest, dumb, most boring crap ever. That's a little bit emotional with that, but I do get frustrated with Arsenal, probably because I'm just not very good at betting on Arsenal, and so it frustrates me. Either way, this should be a fun game. I there's cause for worry with Newcastle. Can they start scoring goals? They looked pretty okay against Barcelona. They had a couple of big chances. They just couldn't put them through. You should need to figure out what they're doing with their forwards because you can tell it's a little bit of mess after Isak leaves. Like Gordon in this false nine thing, he's looked pretty darn good at that position, but like, is that really the solution for how Newcastle is going to continue to be a good team? So I don't know. I haven't really thought much about this game. What are your thoughts?
well, they'll have Gordon back in the Premier League for this one as well because he had that straight red card
Right.
against Liverpool. I was just thinking that if Arsenal get that early goal off a you know passage of play or a set piece, like they're not gonna let Newcastle batter them with crosses and just throw Joelinton up there and Bruno and Tonali like how they almost came back against Liverpool in that game. So I think if Arsenal just unfortunately play the way they play and get that early goal by just battering of set pieces, then I don't see an issue here for them. Vista still's not won't be back. Not that he's even trained with them, or even had like a because he didn't train with Brentford all preseason, and then he came in lacking match fitness, and then they've got their German kid still getting his minutes up. I don't say it's clear cutthroat, but I think it's just a comfortable. Let's go away. Let's get a 1-0, 2-0 win, and let's just go home for Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think there's one person in particular that he has been getting some returns, but he has been looking so good and I just feel like there are games specifically like this one where, I mean, you won't be able to handle him, and it's Eze. I think Eze has looked really good. He's gotten 2 assists in his 3 Arsenal games that he's played so far, or 4 Arsenal games. But I think he's going to rip shots this time around. I think he's going to be selfish. I think he's going to look spectacular.
And they have
And it's
Saka
going to be
back
very,
too.
yeah. I think Eze in particular is going to be very fun to watch in this matchup, and I will probably bet on him.
Because what? Madueke's out for a good bit, so you assume Saka, if he's ready, just slots right back in.
Yeah.
Gyökeres up top, Eze on the left. They wouldn't start him because it's Zubamendi, Rice, and then who else in the midfield?
Norgard.
Odegaard's injured. Or
Norgard.
no, they won't go that defense. I mean, they might, but
Marino has been playing
yeah, that's
everywhere.
that's the three. Eze won't start over any one of those guys in
Yeah.
that midfield because he'll just cut in on the left. But yeah, so I'm very comfortable with my pick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last game of the Sunday. 2 games there, and then there's a Monday 2:00 game, and I'll let Casey go ahead and take this Everton West Ham.
Yeah, we've got a little David Moyes revenge
Derby.
Yeah, I mean,
great derby week. Really good derby week.
Yeah. I mean, ham or shite, people. Ham or shite. We need to win here. We need to score. It cannot be a 1-0 1-1. We have to finish our big chances. I mean, Beto had freaking, I can't remember which game it was, but of course I bet on his goal, and he had like 1.35 XG. I mean, so many big chances. And Barry's kind of doing the same thing. He's getting his wheels cranking. He's not looking like this. Like, I remember when Beto first came into the squad and he started coming off the bench for DCL, you could tell he was putting it all out there. He wasn't insanely good or anything, but he was putting it all out there. Barry hasn't gotten to that point yet because he knows he's kind of, I guess he's not like the guy right now. So you can tell he's kind of a little bit, I don't want to call him lazy. He's not, but you can tell there's a little bit left in that tank that he can be leaving on the field. You know what I mean? So we are going to have, Everton will have at least 3 to 4 big chances in this game. We have to finish them. That's end of story with that. And I think we win this game. I think. Oh God, Jared Bowen.
Daring, aren't we?
Oh, Jared.
Daring.
Jared Bowen is gonna fucking ruin my whole weekend.
Well, listen. I'll back you up with the number wise. You've allowed 5 goals. West Ham have scored 5 goals. They've also allowed 13. You guys are 2 wins, 1 draw at the Dick Doc this year so far. Plenty of. And you give it a whole different roster to actually back up the beliefs that you'll win this game. I'm right there with you.
You know what? I should be. Grealish. I mean, Jack Grealish is amazing. Illiman is incredible. KDH is just really good at passing. He hasn't quite been. He's made some errors, but he's very. I mean, James Garner. That's what people don't talk about enough. James Garner's been absolutely electric this season. Just like world-class player, the way he's been playing. So yeah, I mean, hey, Branthwaite might be back. Okay, I need to check up on the training status of him. But if we can yeet Michael Keane, I will say Michael Keane actually been playing.
You're going to want Branthwaite over Michael Keane.
But I'm saying like I've just given Michael Keane a little bit of a, because I've shit talked Big Mikey Keane for a long time now. You know what? We win here.
Yeah,
comfortably.
3-0, 4-0,
6-0.
Write it down. Ross Barkley asked. Okay, that was our preview of the game week 6 slate. Next, which I'm sure everyone's dying to hear about, are Casey and I's one and done predictions. We are both 1-4, off to a flying start.
Ew.
You know, it's a harder concept than people expect. You pick one player, you can't pick him again. You got to be strategic. The game slate was horrible last week. Yeah. To be fair, I do want to say, not that it's worth anything, Mbeumo should, if Robert Sanchez didn't take him out, he would have scored a goal. Just saying. Just saying. So
We
I
should just
had
go
it
ahead
in
and count
Waymo.
that for you then.
No, I preface by saying we don't have to count it. We don't have to count it. But no. So yeah, we're both one. What did I say? 1-4. We're 1-3. We're 1-3.
1-3. I don't think it's 1-4. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, we're 1-3. So we missed a week. I'm going to start. I approve. Stamp of approval. This will hit. Put the house on it. My pick for this week is little known Erling Haaland to score at home to Burnley. Lock it in. Minus 2,000 to score.
Fucking score. I'm gonna go with my boy Illiman, baby. Illiman NDI at the Dick Dock against a shite ham team. Might as well.
Might as well. I mean, plenty of guys to choose from plenty of good home teams playing, but we're no. You're going to make the fans wait all the way until Monday to see if our 2-leg goal score parlay hits.
Yep. I mean, I could choose Eze. I could choose a little sneaky Eze.
No. Stick with your guns. Go in.
Yeah, my guns.
Element. Right, okay. But yeah, I guess that's the episode.
Yeah.
I look up 35 minutes. Oh yeah, we did pretty good. Nope, still 35 minutes. Yep. We just like to talk ball.
We've had some sharp predictions so far. Some have been wrong, but we've had some sharp other people weren't expecting that, but we discussed it.
And we've got plenty of bad ones there too, but we only celebrate the good ones. Okay. That's this week's episode. Watch out for us next week and enjoy the Prem. Peace.